Good morning, friends, and I did say good morning. Welcome to another Legacy Shorts video. I'm Steve Thompson, and we go through one word a day through the month of November. Today's word rhymes with November. It's remember. Now, it might be easy to think about, well, I need to remember this on my grocery list, or I remember when I was 7, but there's more to remember than just memories. And as we think about it, isn't that the point of your legacy? To live your life today so that it's remembered for generations to come, so that it impacts people, your loved ones, generationally. See, I believe you can still honor people that you remember with fond memories, with emulating things they did, with sayings maybe they had. For instance, my grandpa, he would say, figure it out. So as I go through life, I figured out that's a fond memory that I continue. But what about the lessons they taught you, the values they shared with you? Don't you want that said about you? So why not live a life sharing those lessons? Because a legacy amplifies when it's shared over time. I suggest you do something easy. Start with doing something easy. Either be the person who's remembered for a note of encouragement. Be the person. You could be the person who hands out a hug, or you can be the person who always gives candy, a mint, a piece of gum. I don't know what that is for you, but start something, and it'll expand over time until you feel comfortable passing along the lessons you've learned along the way on your journey. Now, I'm not saying you go to Walmart and you buy everyone's groceries. I'm not saying you have to do something big to be remembered. But maybe when next time you're in the drive-through, you pay it backward. Yep, you not pay it forward, you pay it backward for the car behind you. Or you provide that cashier, that clerk, with a gentle thankfulness, a genuine gratitude to make their day. See, to be remembered, you don't have to do something grandiose, but you do have to be consistent in that message that you're sharing. Because if you don't try and do little acts of kindness, little gestures of encouragement, little wisdoms that you can share, you'll be forgotten. Also, being remembered applies to you too, because I believe that if I do not learn from the mistakes that I've made, I will keep making them in the future. I'll even make new ones, and I think the same applies to you. Being remembered is important. If you think about it, it's all through the Bible. In the Old Testament, they didn't have this. They didn't have this. People had to remember what their priest said in the scriptures, orally, verbally. They had to remember those words and apply it to their life. And then if you remember in the scripture, in the New Testament, at the Last Supper, Jesus, as he takes a drink of wine and he breaks bread, do this in remembrance of me and my body being broken for you and the blood that I shared for you. I think it's time, and I think it's the right time for you to start being remembered. So get out your note card. Right, remember. Know that it can be you doing, you saying, and also you receiving. What do I do today that can be remembered? What can I do today? Or what do I need? Also, what do I need to remember today? Again, it's not a list item. At the end of your day, did I do something for someone that's remembered? Legacies won't last if they're not remembered. You're living your legacy today in such a way that it will be remembered for generations. It's time. Today's the day to be remembered. If you want to know more, go to lighthouselegacies.com. Don't forget to listen to the Living Your Legacy podcast. Also, check out my story and Your Story Matters, the God Stories on Amazon. Take care.